Hello, welcome to this presentation. I'm going to tell you a little bit today about how some of our customers at Red Hat are successfully using OpenShift Application Platform together with its virtualization capabilities. My name's Carl Stevens. I work in a Europe, Middle East and Africa organization for Red Hat as a sales specialist with a technical focus. So great to have you here. I wanted to talk to you today in just a short 5-minute or so segment about some key customers that we've worked with in Europe, Middle East and Africa over the last few years as they've tried to move their environments to a more cloud-native platform that's going to help them to innovate. And I've got 3 European customers that I wanted to pay particular attention to, but also there are a number of other global customers who've worked with us, and I'll mention that as we go along. So the first customer that I've chosen to present about today is the University of Gothenburg in Sweden's second city. This is an academic institution going back around about 200 years. They've got a reputation to maintain. They're at the forefront of research and development, and they've got people looking into artificial intelligence and machine learning and data science, amongst other things. They really need to be able to provide resources to their 60,000 plus users of the university's systems. They started working with us on this new environment as far back as 2020, actually, when they were looking to redevelop their website. They started to think, what could we do to make our environments more efficient for our staff and students and to be ahead of our competition going forward. And they'd had a working relationship with Red Hat already, but that deepened as we went through exploring the benefits of a container platform that would give them not just the ability to run containers in Kubernetes, but crucially all those integrated pieces of the overall platform that would allow the developers to be onboarded very quickly into an environment where they could start using integrated development environments together with things like Jupyter notebooks for data science, and be able to spin those up. As you can imagine, in a university, students are turning over relatively quickly, staff staying there a lot longer. They need to be able to onboard people quickly into research projects. And that's one of the key benefits that they've gained from working with Red Hat with OpenShift. And alongside that was the ability to modernize at their own pace. And this is key, I think, to at least 2 of the use cases I'm going to talk about today. When you're looking to go cloud native, there's always technical debt to consider, and it's always going to be a journey. And a partner who can provide you with the tools that you need to do that in an iterative way is key if you're not going to run into substantial hurdles along the way. And that talks to one of the most important points about the OpenShift platform from Red Hat, is that you actually are moving to a cloud-native Kubernetes platform, but you can bring your virtual machines from your traditional virtualization environments along with you and manage them in the same way as your new containerized cloud-native applications. And that's exactly what they've been doing at the University of Gothenburg. Very successfully. We've built a great ongoing relationship with them, which we're hoping to work with them into the future on building out that platform. The second one on the slide that I've got here up first is a company called Sahebindan. And Sahebindan are the premier online marketplace retailer in Turkey. They're sort of like, we've been likened to an eBay for the Turkish market. This is a heavily used platform. They've got 60 million monthly users on there with 500 million sessions. It's key that these environments are available all the time when people are making transactions online. So when they came to a point towards the end of the COVID lockdowns, actually, where they realized that they needed to keep up with competition or go ahead of their competition, really, by innovating on the most efficient platform. They realized that the traditional virtualization environments that they've been working with for many years were not the right basis to take them into the next generation. So the appeal, again, of Red Hat's OpenShift solutions was that it's a cloud-native, Kubernetes-based platform that allows them to bring their virtual machines straight into that environment, quickly onboard them, and start managing them in the same way as they would with containers. So this has been a multi-year ongoing project. I remember I was involved actually to some extent with this when it started, helping to get the right technical resources on board to help the customer. And we stayed really close to them through the design and the building and the onboarding of those environments. It's a 3-phase project, starting with one of their 2 main data centers, converting them over to OpenShift and starting to migrate those virtual machines in, and then expanding out to include their second major data center, and providing an active scenario for some of their key applications. And I think that speaks to another point about working with Red Hat. Not only have we got really good forward-looking technology based on cloud-native Kubernetes, but for many, many years, we've been recognized as a great partner to do business with. So we're not just going to sell you software and maybe some consulting to get you started. We'll partner with you through that onboarding process, through into your day 2 operations, and help you to realize the value of the platform. And Sahebindan have, I think, over the period that they've been working with and onboarding the new platform, they've seen a 97% decrease in reliability-related incidents. So not only have they modernized, not only have they been able to iterate and innovate more quickly, but they've actually taken out a whole lot of work around maintaining that platform. And then the last one on this list of 3 from Europe is a company called Kontron, a smaller company. We've been working with them actually for 12 years with Red Hat solutions, but the project to onboard the OpenShift platform was only started last year, and it's going very successfully. Again, a company who are coming from a traditional virtualization base, needing to migrate virtual machines into their container platform to allow them to modernize and build their containerized applications, but while still maintaining availability of their existing applications. And going back to what I said at the beginning, I think this is key when you're looking at transformation. You need a platform that's going to be able to bring you along in an iterative, gradual way, rather than demanding that you change everything straight away, because there's so much risk involved in that. Kontron are a smaller company looking at innovative solutions around mobile networking, working with 70 or more of the large rail providers across Europe. So they're in many different European countries working with critical infrastructure that's, human life is at stake if railways go wrong. So you certainly make the news when there's a train crash. This is really important stuff. They have been able to really change the way that they get new functionality to market by adopting a containerized approach with OpenShift. Very successful, very happy customer. And again, we are now looking, because we've established a partnership with Kontron, we've had a technical account manager involved from the start of the project, keeping them up to speed and making sure that everything is going smoothly. We've built a really good relationship, as I say, going back more than 10 years, and we're going to take that forward with them into the future as they start to migrate more of their workloads from traditional virtual machines into containers, and all the benefits of of availability and flexibility that come with those. Beauty being they can do that at their own pace because they can just bring their virtual machines into OpenShift and start working with them as if they were containers, but on a modern Kubernetes platform. So I hope that's given you a little bit of a flavour of 3 engagements that we've worked with key customers across Europe, Middle East and Africa in the last 4 or 5 years, coming right up to date. But this is by no means, this is the only customers that we're working for and the only industries that we're working in. We've got global investment banks presenting at Red Hat Summit, easily looked up online, but we can make access to these links to these presentations available to anyone who's interested. We've got some of the largest aviation companies in the world working with us. We're working in retail. We've got customers across all segments around the globe working with Red Hat to transform their traditional data center environments to cloud native with Kubernetes, with OpenShift. And OpenShift is so much more than a distribution of Kubernetes. OpenShift is a fully fledged application platform with all of those things that you would otherwise need to integrate into your environment if you were doing it yourself, plus the ability to run your virtual machines side by side. So please come and talk to us, come and talk to our partners about how we can help you innovate cloud natively with OpenShift going forward. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.